Let's keep going. McDonald's. Huh? How many of y'all got y'all children some McDonald's before y'all came here? Huh? McDonald's. Do y'all know they sell human meat at these places? Human meat. This is documented. Human meat. Huh? Sodas. They don't clean the soda machines for years. It was a documentary they did where they went in and they started unhooking the soda machines, and it was mold and yeast. Some of them had mushrooms growing from the back of the soda machines because they don't clean behind them. But our people love their Coca-Cola, love their Pepsis, love their Sprites. You see that? And it's killing your kidneys. So you see all this stuff that is in our neighborhoods that's not supposed to be there because it's not conducive for your biology. It's not conducive for your cells. It's not conducive for your way of thinking because what you eat projects your thought. You see that? Everybody in here is a genius. Everybody in here is intelligent. But it's the things that we're eating that give us the brain fog, that make us think the way we think, that make us act the way we act. And we wonder why our women are acting like chicken heads. We wonder why our brothers are acting like dogs. Because you eating that cat and dog when you get that Chinese plate. That's what it is. That's cat dog fried rice, literally. Y'all laughing, but I'm serious. Next slide. Burger King. Next slide. Planned Parenthood. So you see they are exterminating us on all levels. From the hair, from the food, all the way down to the reproductive system. And the lady that founded this was an evil lady. And she said one less black baby in the world is a good world to her. And we run and go to these same people and they give us condoms that sterilizes our penises, sterilizes our semen. And y'all think condoms actually save y'all from STDs, which is the biggest lying hoax ever. Biggest lying hoax ever. Condoms do not save you from an STD. You know what condoms, you realize what it was really prevented for? It was prevented to sterilize your semen. And then you put your penis inside of a vagina and then that coat that's around that condom sterilizes her. Give her all types of fibroid tumors. Give you testicular cancer. Do y'all realize how much cancer is associated with condoms? You see that? But if you do it the biblical way, according to what Father Yahweh told us to do, you ain't supposed to be using condoms anyway. You're not going to be out here loose with it anyway. You ain't going to be out here giving everybody a piece of you anyway. So back then, sex was for a purpose of rebirthing, giving birth to children. It wasn't just recreational because you felt good and you felt horny. It was literally to reproduce, to grow your nation and population. But now we have become such a lust-filled person through the food, and I'm going to show y'all, that now we just want to do it for the heck of it. And, you know, we want to do it without the responsibility. So we go get a condom, not knowing that the condom will sterilize you. We're going to show and prove all this stuff. All this is documented. And it's documented by the very government that's assassinating us the way it is. Next slide. Now, if y'all see how the neighborhoods is set up, notice that everything that was put in the neighborhood was not conducive for us. Now, there is something called cause and effect. What goes around comes around. Whatever a man soweth, also so he shall reap, right? That's what Scripture teaches us. All right? The Indians call it the karmatic law experience, right? When you get into science, he say for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. You see that? So whatever you put out into the universe, boomerangs will come back. Now, from all them things being set up in our neighborhoods and we buying into another culture, idealism, we're eating their food, we're wearing their hair, we're wearing their clothes, we're using their speech, we lost our language. You see that? We have getting farther and farther away from our culture and we're moving into another identity that's not ours. So this is the byproduct of this. Look at high blood pressure and look at the ages. Notice that's in that red color, that dark red. And we're going to go through colors too. There's only like 7 colors. When the light hit a certain color, it makes it look like it's a different color, but it's not. We'll go through that too. But notice when you look at the red and look at the blue. The red is African Americans. The blue will be your Caucasians, right? Now, I just want y'all to read these stats. If you can, Kawhi, read these stats for them. Start off with the high blood pressure. Turn that mic on. You all good now?
All right. So we have high blood pressure for ages 18 through 34.
4%
for African Americans. For ages 35 to 49, 33%. And ages 50 to 64, 61%.
Now go through the Caucasians.
For Caucasians, 18 to 34, we have 10%. Ages 35 to 49, 22%. And ages 50 to 64, 41%.
So y'all see that we're the highest in high blood pressure. And notice that the older we get, the weaker the so-called immunological system gets. There's no such thing as the immunological system, but I'm going to say the word immune system for y'all can identify with it. There's only one system that's a defense system in the body, and that is called the lymphatic system. And I'm glad our phone just did that. Anybody else got a phone that's not on silent? Make sure y'all put it on silent now. No, it's all good. That happened on purpose because I was supposed to get a warning in the beginning anyway. So that's why Father Yahweh did that. So if y'all do got a phone, make sure it's on silent. So notice that we're the highest in high blood pressure. Let's move on. What's the next one? Diabetes. Diabetes correlation is sugar. That's what diabetes is. It's when you're raising too much sugar in the blood and the insulin inside the pancreas or something called the islets of Langerhans is not producing beta cells that's producing insulin to bring the glycogen down. That's diabetes. Sugar, related to sugar. A stress-related disease. All these diseases are related to stress. All these diseases was happening when we got ripped from the shores of Africa, or when the people were already here and Columbus so-called came and found America and shipped our people to the Portuguese and to the Spaniards and everything else. But notice what happened. All these diseases did not start setting in until slavery set in, showing you that these are stress-related diseases. And we're going to prove that. So we're the highest in high blood pressure. Isn't high blood pressure a stress-related disease? Let me calm down. Let me go for a walk. Let me get in the shower. You're raising my blood pressure. My grandma used to tell me that. So hold on, I'm stressing you out and it's raising you. Okay, stress-related disease. Diabetes, a stress-related disease. Strokes. Let's read strokes. Go through them stats, Kawa.
Stroke. For African Americans, ages 18 to 34, we have 0.7%. For Caucasians, we have 0.4%. For ages 35 to 49, African Americans, we have 2%. Caucasians, we have 1%. And then for ages 50 to 64, we have 7% for African Americans and 4% for Caucasians.
See that? So we're dying faster than any other race on planet Earth. That's crazy. Next slide. And all this is leading up to something. African Americans are more likely to die at early ages from all causes, more than any other race. But we see how it's set up in our neighborhoods for it to happen like that. It's like they created a fish bowl, put us inside the fish bowl, but didn't give us no fish food. That's exactly what happened. They took us from the shores of Africa, didn't bring our food with us, didn't bring our God with us, didn't bring our culture, our clothes, our music, didn't bring nothing with us. We came on ships naked, and then we bought into their ideas of their culture. And I'm not even saying their culture is wrong for them, but their culture is most definitely wrong for us, because we are different people and we're made up of different genetic structures. Our cells are different. Our genes are different. It's called genetic disposition. It's cosmic arrangement where Yahweh put you in the earth. The grass that grow out there is the grass for you. The way that suns pivot out there and shines on Africa, that sun is for you. The way the food grow out there, the fruits from the trees and the melatonin and serotonin that are produced in the gut, that's for you. Just like when they was in the Caucasus Mountains, the food that they ate is more conducive for them. You can't eat food that they eat. See that? So that it just means that we're all different. You can't do what they do. Notice your hair grows towards the sun. We grow afros. Their hair grows towards the ground. I mean, there's so many different genetic buildups and makeups, so it should be a different food that we all eat. So we came over here and they didn't bring our food with us. And that was our first downfall. So check this out. African Americans are more likely to die at early ages from all causes. Now just look. We don't even simple math. We ain't got to do no simple math. Just look where the red at. Just look at that. And look where the Caucasians at. And this is just two races I'm talking about. I ain't even comparing the Asians, the Japanese. It get crazier and crazier. Next slide. HIV. We heal HIV. I mean, we do a couple of them a year. We have healed HIV, full-blown AIDS, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, stage 4 cancer. What else, Kawhi? Everything. We done literally healed everything. Diabetes mellitus, hyperglycemia. And just healing all these diseases, it blows your mind when you actually look at the stats. And don't get it twisted. We heal Caucasian people too. But it's just overwhelming when it comes to our people. For every 20 so-called African American, we probably get 2 Caucasians. because they just not susceptible to diseases like we are, because we're in the wrong part of the system. We're in the wrong part of the world, and it's not conducive for us at all. We are islanders. We're supposed to be in the tropics. It's never supposed to be cold where we come from, ever. Notice black men don't grow hair like Caucasians. They grow hair because that's what their bodies adapt to. That we're used to high climates. Notice our noses are very short and they're wide. Very different genetic makeup structure, because we was on the ground breathing in oxygen from the trees. They was in the mountains breathing in oxygen from the ground up. So their nose are more pointy and narrow. Notice that their two openings to their nostrils point towards the ground. Ours point out. See that? Everybody in the front row, I can see y'all brains from looking straight at y'all. I can. But we got a Caucasian brother right here. Raise your hand. If you go to him, you have to look under to look at his brain. Just showing you it's different physiologies due to where we come from. That's it. It's different physiologies due to where we come from. That's it. Simple science. Simple science. Next slide. STDs. We're the highest in STDs. Chlamydia. Look at this. Just look at this. I mean, it'll blow your mind. So y'all see the black line, that grayish black line, that is most definitely us, and then you keep going down. Just look at all of this. Y'all see that grayish black line is always the highest. In gonorrhea, in chlamydia, let's go to the next slide. Look, even in herpes, how many herpes cases we heal each month? It's so many herpes cases we got, y'all. I mean, it's crazy, especially in St. Louis, Missouri, where we from. Out of the whole population, I'm pretty sure like 80% of our people have herpes. Showing you that herpes is not a sexually transmitted disease. These things come from the zoster vaccination. Most of these STDs come from vaccines. It don't come from sex. They just, you done bought into this idea that all these things come through sex because that's what they put in the media. That's what they put in the newspaper. That's what they put in drilled and programmed in your head. But a lot of these so-called STDs come from vaccines. Huh? It's a woman, I got herpes and she was still a virgin. I said, when did you get the zoster vaccine? She said, I talked to my mama, I got it when I was 2. Oh, they gave you herpes at 2. Just certain stress markers brought it out. Certain stress markers. We had the lady, remember the HIV lady? She didn't have sex for how many years was it? She didn't have sex for 20 years. And 15 years within her 20 years, she tested positive for HIV. Finally get down to it, it came from a blood transfusion. Gave her HIV. Gave it to her. She ain't got it no more, but just saying. Gave it to her. You see that? This is how they work. Yeah. It's crazy stuff that's going on here. We thinking that we're getting this from laying down, breaking up happy households and everything else. And they are literally in your doctor's office. They giving it to you through Frankenshots and giving it to you through blood transfusions and all these other things. And you done broke up with your partner. You done been with them for 20 years and they ain't even do nothing. It was the government. Literally. Next slide. Now, this is a beautiful black family. I just love my people, so y'all take that in. So the whole thing is, who is these people? Why are these people? When were these people? How is these people? And what is the purpose of these people? And that's what we're going to get into.